9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Morning and welcome back. So, how are we all doing, guys? I hope you're all having a great day. Yeah, my run this morning was very interesting. Here in the UK, there was some very varied weather this morning. We're in the midst of a heat wave, but it's just started to cool down now. And this morning I went out for like a 45-minute easy and I got absolutely soaked. But it was so much fun. Very refreshing. Anyway, what I'm here this morning to talk about is the Nene Valley Half Marathon, which I did on Sunday. So I thought I'd just give you a little race debrief of my thoughts on the race, how I performed, and just going forward really, what's coming. But anyway, it's medal. Peterborough Half Marathon medal, which I think is a pretty nice medal from run through. So we're all done run through for such a nice medal. I'm going to stick it just here. Right then. So, first question I'm going to ask is how many people out there have raced on looped courses that has had other races joining as well on the same day? I've done these a few times now, and I have to say, I think going forward, I don't mind doing them, but I mean, I tried to race a fast time on Sunday, and it was going pretty well for the first couple of loops. I mean, don't get me wrong, I was hurting. I think, like I said, with the weather conditions on the day, it was making my body work more than I should be doing. But when the other racers joined in on that course, it pretty much killed my chances of pretty much running a quick time. But anyway, my idea for giving you guys these race reports really is to give you a bit of an insight on the day of the race, what happened, you know, the event villages, the course itself, aid stations, what they're all like. Now, the course itself, it is good. It's a lovely course to run. Like I say, when I recce the route, I really enjoyed running around Nene Valley. It's a beautiful course around a couple of lakes, and it's a lovely place to run. So I did enjoy the course itself, but when you've got that many people running on such narrow paths, it does get a bit congested. No, scrap that. It got very congested. No, it really did. I mean, it just, after I did a couple of loops, I mean, I just got to the point where on the third loop where I was like, in my mind, I was like, this isn't happening. I'm going to have to just run to finish now, because trying to run a quick time where you're just literally dodging, weaving, jumping on long grass, jumping and down like little embankments and coming back up, it was a bit impossible. Then obviously when you get people like you walking three abreast, and you're literally having to like stop suddenly and just to say excuse me, and a lot of these people, I don't want to sound like I'm being too negative, I mean, a lot of people were wearing headphones, but I also did spot a lot of people were wearing like the Apple headphones and not the bone conducting headphones, so they could not hear me anyway. So it was a case of squeezing through as much as I can. So I think people just need to listen to the race briefings at the start really, because they are there to help everybody have a nice experience on the day. And you know, everyone's paid for the same event, so to give everyone a nice experience on the day, just listen to the race briefing. I'm just trying to be fair for everybody really. I came 13th on the day in the half marathon. Now, I did speak to 3 of the guys that finished in front of me, and I did actually ask them on the day and say, what did you think of the actual race? And they all said the same thing. Obviously, you can't control the heat, it was hot, but they also did say the congestion, it was just ridiculous. It was terrible. trying to actually run a quick time. You just can't do it in those kinds of conditions with that amount of people, and you're just dodging and weaving everyone. So that was the big thing on the day for me. Next, obviously, the other thing on the day, which you can't control, is the weather conditions.
Well, there we go. Peterborough Half Marathon, done and dusted. To be honest, I didn't bloody enjoy 1 minute of that. No, I'll tell a lie, the first lap was okay, but I am absolutely dripping wet. It doesn't look it, the sun never came out really, but I definitely underestimated the humidity.
I mean, it was hot, hot, hot. Not by the sun, but by, I suppose, the humidity. I just totally underestimated the humidity on the day. I mean, I think it was around about 20 or 23 degrees. But the humidity, it was like, I was just dripping wet. I felt my breathing was just, I was working so much harder than I should be doing at that pace. I mean, I could easily bang out those paces in my tempo runs, no problem. But racing it on that day, it was just ridiculous. So it was almost a case of, right, okay. I got to the third loop, the start of the third loop, and it was like a 4-loop course on the day. One tiny mini loop and a 4-loop course. And I was starting the third loop. There's an aid station. So it's a 5k loop, and there's a aid station at the start of the loops. So I knew by that point in my mind, I was thinking, right. And as I got into the third loop, seeing the congestion with the conditions, your mind kind of just, I don't say play tricks with you, you kind of go, right, okay, it's not going to happen today. Don't beat yourself up too much. You know in yourself when you're having a good day or a bad day. Now, I'm not saying I had a bad day, because I still ran a 1:26, and I'm grateful to where I could actually still run that time. But I knew it wasn't going to be my day, so I was going, right, let's just finish this race in a good place. And I did. Again, 13th overall and 1:26, so I'm happy with that. That's fine. Going forward, I don't think I would do that kind of race again as I won't say as a peak race, but trying to run a quick time on that kind of course. It's just not possible. It really isn't, guys. But anyway, like I said, bib number, that goes into the archive. I mean, you can see I've got plastered bib numbers here, but I always keep the bib numbers. They're kind of memories for me. I write on the back of them like my times, which I have done here, look. There, you can actually see that. Write my times, and I'll just put 1:26, hot and very crowded. Gives me an idea what happened on the day, but that will go in the archive. Shoe choice on the day for me. It was the Nike Alpha Fly 3. Now, I did these shoes because obviously I know I prefer running long distance in the Alpha Fly 3s, like the halves. They seem to work for me over a longer distance, and I do really enjoy running in them. So, and they served me well. They felt absolutely fine on the day. They felt great. They felt poppy. Yeah, I really enjoyed running them. So the Alpha Fly 3 for me performed brilliantly. No issues at all there. Right. I mean, going forward. I mean, now that event is to bed. Going forward, we'll be racing again in 2 weeks' time. And in 2 weeks' time, I've got the Normanby Hall 10k. Now, luckily, this one I think is just a looped course. I haven't looked too much into this one yet, because I know I've just been given my race briefing kind of thing via email, like event guide. So I'm going to sit down probably over the next day or so and have a bit of a read of the race and the ins and outs and everything. And yeah, that's going to be my next race. I do feel in good shape. This is the thing, but I'm just choosing. Well, the races that I have been in quite recently haven't been the best. I mean, I don't perform well in heats like this, and I suppose no one does, and you've got to be fair to yourself. So, and we'll see what the weather conditions are like in 2 weeks' time. Hopefully it'll be a bit cooler. Anyway, I don't want to wrap it on there too much. This was a bit of a debriefing of the Nene Valley Peterborough Half Marathon. So, anyway, I hope your training's going well, guys. Let me know down in the comments below what you've got coming up next. Like I said, have you actually raced on a loop course before? And if you have, Tell me down below what your thoughts on these types of races are. Yeah, give me a like, comment down below, smash that subscribe button, and I shall see you again in the next one. Bye for now.